Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Unfiltered WJPE. I'm your host, Patrick.
Joe.
This will be episode number 3. Finally got the green screen working. Pretty nice to have that.
Patrick got it going finally.
And that's our logo. Oh, look at that. Right.
Good job, Patrick.
It's working. So, what are we talking about today, Joe?
High-fiving.
High-fiving.
Air high five.
I prefer fist bumps.
Super gay.
But shit's working.
How was your week, Patrick?
Week was pretty good. Yeah. Same shit. Another day.
How many days did you work this week, Patrick?
Don't really want to get into that, but I worked 4 days this week.
A little slack ass.
Yeah, it's just
but you got this shit working, so woo!
Sacrifices. Younger generation needs to learn that.
Well, it's Saturday, so cheers, Patrick. Chug it.
I'm not chugging it, but I'll drink it.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are we getting into today?
All right, so this week, Patrick and I worked together a couple days.
Just a couple days.
We should have filmed it. Would have been great for the episode.
What was one of the things you wished we filmed?
Yeah, absolutely.
I said, what was one of the things you wish we filmed?
We could have filmed our lunch at Wahlburgers.
Wahlburgers, where I enjoyed my sandwich.
You love Wahlburgers.
I love that shit, man. It's good.
It's good.
It's like getting a home-cooked burger while you're at work kind of deal out on the fly. That's kind of how I feel about it. But it is kind of pricey. I mean, don't get me wrong, but...
Ooh, what was that?
I don't know. You should mute that.
I thought I did mute it, Patrick.
It's starting to become a habit in these episodes.
I don't know what's going on there.
So what'd you think about it, Joe?
You know, it was good. I mean, it was good, but... I'll be honest, it wasn't anything spectacular. And I don't think it was overpriced or anything. It was about right. But, I mean, everybody's raving. Wahlburgers, so delicious.
I haven't heard a bunch of people bragging about it. I mean, just...
Oh, all the guys at the shop. You guys seem to go a lot more than... It was my first time, but... It was good, but it wasn't like, yeah, Jimmy crack corn, I don't care.
Jimmy?
I don't know.
Oh, man, you gotta watch out for those Jimmys. But another thing that happened during the week when we were working together, kind of the one thing I wish we got on video, is we watched the summit hearing. Or the pre and post summit hearing, because obviously those are behind closed doors.
Pre and post? We watched the whole damn thing.
I know, but you can't watch the actual President Putin and Trump talking in private. That's the summit hearing.
Yes, we do research while we are on the job. It is true. We do that.
But
as Americans, we know what's going on.
Try to stay
or like to think we know what's going on.
Pay attention.
All right, so which part of it would you like to start off with?
The part that I wish we got was when we were kind of like predicting the way certain fake news outlets would portray President Trump and Putin's post-summit hearing speech.
You know, I was watching it, I was enjoying it, and I was thinking right on to everything, and you were forecasting what was going to happen, and you were dead on.
Yep.
And I was like, yo, Patrick, just shut the fuck up. Let's watch this.
I know, you got to listen to me
And
sometimes.
sure as shit, you were right. My mind was on, but sure as not, the next day, fucking CNN, little dick suckers.
Pretty much while we were watching while we were watching Trump and Putin on the live feed from Finland. I think that was in Finland. Forgot the name of I'm pretty sure it was Finland is where the summit hearing was held.
Helsinki.
But the country was Finland.
Yeah, I don't know where Helsinki is because I live in America.
Helsinki, wherever Helsinki is.
I live in America, so...
We were watching the live...
I'm not going to pretend I know where other
speech.
shit in the world is. I just know where America is.
Yeah, okay. Well, we were watching...
It's true!
Let's finish what we're talking about. Damn it.
Helsinki.
Distracting me.
Helsinki.
Alright, so the post-speech in Helsinki. We were watching it unravel live, and I was saying while the whole thing was unraveling, while they were speaking their words and talking with the press and saying what they had to say, I was pretty much predicting what CNN would put on their page. And sure enough, they started mixing around the words. It's sort of the right way, like I said they were. But specifically, I love the tag they put right on the corner of their video, it says the @ symbol and reliable sources right next to it. While they're sitting there, nothing but bad-mouthing the president for trying to fix our relationship with Russia.
Yeah, but
that's pretty much all I got to say about that.
Like you said, you wish what happened in the van while we were watching this would have been recorded so our viewers and people out there can know exactly what happened and what you said and what we saw. Patrick did call it all right. Exactly right.
Can't get everything on video.
Even though that's not what I was focused on, but yeah. So I'm going to throw this out there even though you don't want me to say it. We need some viewers to come out and say, hey, Joe and Patrick, maybe you should put some damn cameras in your van.
We'd like to hear from you guys in the comment section. You guys can go ahead and tell us if you guys would like to see that live footage out in the field.
But now
maybe we can link it to it or show it on screen right up here while we're talking.
Because Patrick now has got his editing shit down.
Figuring it out.
I touched it, Patrick.
There's somebody out there that'll criticize that.
So now we can cut little videos of what we do in the van into our segment. And I'm all for it. But anyway, back to what we're talking about. We need your opinion on that.
Would you guys like to see that footage from our work site if we get cameras?
Because I'm telling you, you're missing great arguments.
Yeah,
not conversations, amazing arguments.
But it's true.
All right, so back to what we're talking about: Helsinki and Trump and CNN. Ah, God, I hate CNN.
I felt like all positive things came from that meeting, and pretty much just like I predicted, like they would all try to make it sound like nothing but bad things, and
that's all they do.
Make Trump look super weak during all of it, and it's pretty much all I can say because I don't want to repeat any of their lying bullshit on our show.
You're absolutely right. That's all they did was knock it down, talk bad about it, but in all reality, it was exactly the right thing to do. It was exactly what needed to be done. He did absolutely the right thing. And CNN, just like clockwork, wants to make up things and knock it down.
Trying to shit on everything.
So
hashtag fake news.
CNN, I mean, what does it stand for? Because to me, it stands for Communist News Network.
I don't know if it stands for
because their shit is just negative, starting shit, making shit up. And that's just,
I don't know, but I did like that one InfoWars thing that they did recently where they were showing like back in the Vietnam era how CNN was reporting on like what was supposed to be a live soldier in the field, and then they had the blue screen behind them, which is like most people know you have green screen and blue screen. I've been playing with it a lot lately, so I've been researching this shit.
Yeah,
and you literally see two actors in front of the screen, one of their journalists and what would be considered a soldier, an actor. And they're acting like the bombs were going off. They set up the sirens and they put on the gas masks, acting like they were going to get gassed. And then they just immediately say that gas bombs hit, and then they take their masks off. In the studio. It's like,
and they made
are you kidding me?
There was a fictional movie made about that same concept.
Yeah.
Don't ask me what that movie made. It sucked.
They've been caught cheating that shit over the years. I mean, there's plenty of evidence. If you just go out there and look, just look for yourselves, you'll find it.
Well, if they're watching us, they already know CNN is dog shit.
Yeah. Hit the like button if you agree.
Subscribe.
But I want to give some credit to that Rand Paul senator. He's one of the good ones. I'm just going to go ahead and throw that out there. I saw how he brutally got kicked off of CBS the other day. I was kind of irritated by that. They let him on there for like, I don't know if it was like a Skype chat call or something like that. And they pretty much were just trying to get him to say the whole entire time something bad about Trump.
What's Skype?
And he would not do it. It's like a video chat program. I don't know what they were using, but that's neither here nor there.
Skype is video chat?
That's not relevant to what we're talking about.
They do a lot of like video chats, but I just don't know what Skype is. Is that a millennial thing?
The program you use to do video calls on computers and cell phones.
I hope it's not Apple.
So anyways, Rand Paul got invited onto the CBS news show, and they were trying their hardest with scripted dialogue to get him to say something negative about Trump. And they tried from multiple different perspectives, multiple different angles.
That's
and
what
he shut their shit down every single time. And then finally he called them out for what they were doing, and they cut him off the news network.
Yeah, that's what
cut
they
the
do.
feed.
They've been doing it. People already know if I'm going on CNN or if they're going on CNN or whoever's going on CNN, that shit's going to happen. They're prepared for that.
Yep.
Hello, my name's Trump, and I call out CNN fake news all the time. It's fake news. It's agenda news. It's dog shit. I don't understand how they're still a network.
Yeah, but I just wanted to say that Rand Paul's one of the good ones. He's actually got his
Rand Paul
into it. And he knows the truth of everything that's going on. Kind of.
Rand Paul is actually really good.
Maybe not everything, but he is informed.
And they're talking about one day, I'm not saying next election, whatever, that one day he might make an amazing president because he's
one day
like law. He's
I don't
just
think he's
strictly by the book.
I don't think he's experienced enough probably to be on that level, but he would make a better candidate than Hillary Clinton in 2020. I'll give you that much.
Who is experienced enough?
I'm not getting into the bars of experience to be president. That's straight opinion.
Yeah, it's all opinion.
I mean, I'm not going into that.
I could probably list a third of our presidents that weren't experienced at shit.
Another thing CNN's doing right now, they're what's that new breaking news one we just saw? Something about they dug up something from a year and a half ago about Trump trying to make a payment to a Playboy model or something.
Oh, well, that's when they arrested Trump's lawyer however many months ago. Went through his shit.
Oh, you looked into this?
I've been watching it the whole time.
Oh, tell me. I'm not really informed on it, so enlighten me.
You didn't see when they went ahead and just falsely fucking raided Trump's lawyer's
I just kind of
office?
Glanced at the headline kind of deal.
I
knew it was bullshit from me just reading the headline.
Oh yeah, now they're trying to pull out anything they can. So maybe he did give this woman that had consensual sex, or maybe he didn't even have sex. They're not even saying he had sex.
Yeah, they're not even saying that. They're just saying he made a payment to a Playboy model
for hush money for a relationship.
Could have been anything
before the election.
Yep.
Before it has nothing to do with anything.
Yep.
They're reaching out their ass.
I think it's more of a distraction so that they don't bring
up... It's all distraction. That's all they do. That's all the left does is reach.
Yeah, they're doing anything they can.
But the fucked up thing is, CNN's on mainstream media. CBS, ABC, they're all on mainstream media. That's what the majority of the sleeping, dumbass sheep public see. And that's what they're doing. That's what they do.
That's one thing I don't understand is how you can claim to be a reputable source such as CNN. Like when you turn on, I think they have the corner monopoly market in airports now. Nothing news-wise is allowed to play but CNN in airports or some shit.
They have a monopoly of BS, bro.
Yeah, but you go to an airport and you tell them, hey, I want you to put a different channel on. They'll put a different channel on, but if it's a news-related channel, they're like, oh, we have to play CNN. It's part of
what do I always say, Patrick?
Contract kind of.
What do I always say?
Say it. I don't know what you're saying.
Everything is connected. Whether you think it's random, far-reaching, out there, whatever, everything is connected in one way or another.
Everything has reason behind it. That's what I like to think.
No, it's all connected, and we'll talk with one of the further shows. We'll elaborate into that dog shit.
Oh, did you hear about the Papa John's guy?
Said the N-word?
That's what they're saying.
Cry me a fucking river.
But I feel like they're digging low like that again. But let's just tell people because I think they may not know.
Well, we're not allowed to say the N-word.
No,
or we'll be
say it like what you just said. Supposedly there was some kind of a board meeting or something like that between different companies or something.
He used the N-word. Now let me stop this whole thing and let me say this.
No, it was. What I'm getting at is it wasn't live. It was behind closed doors in a business meeting between corporate executives kind of deal.
Who cares?
That's where he said it. So it wasn't publicly on the news.
Who cares?
I care because CNN's betraying it.
Why do you care?
Let me explain myself instead of interrogating me.
I'm not interrogating. I'm just asking, why do you care?
CNN is portraying it to where they're making him look like He said it on like a live broadcast kind of deal. It was behind closed doors in an executive meeting kind of deal, and they were discussing something amongst that topic kind of deal, and he defended himself in a later on video. I can't go into sure what he said, but...
Oh, I'm not trying to say you don't care about the subject. I'm just saying...
You asked why I care, and I care because it's being portrayed to the general public in a different manner than I just explained.
Okay, so we're talking about the N-word.
And we're talking about the Papa John's guy.
Said the N-word, right?
Yeah, he said it. I didn't say it. You didn't say it.
I'll be honest with you. I don't care how he said it and what topic he said it. I don't care. Okay? It's a word. Everybody uses it. White, black, Haitian, this, that, whatever, Mexican. Everybody uses the word, and it's not to be negative, derogatory, this or that, be racist or whatever. And you had, what's that Cartoon Network? That people want to talk about the blackface bullshit? Eat a dick. Because it was on cartoons when I was a fucking kid. Ugh. Excuse my language.
I think
on this shit.
A better example would be that of the current moderation of music.
No, it's not the moderation of music. It's the vaginas that everybody's grown with their fucking political correctness of being crybabies.
Talking about people being offended.
Crybabies.
The difference between being offended.
They have nothing to be offended about.
People are able to sue.
These people that are offended can't even get off their freaking couch and get a job.
You're right. It's the age of people that's growing up in this country
now. They want to act like, oh, I'm offended, I'm hurt, I'm this. You have no idea what pain and suffering is. Freaking crybabies.
So the kid was 29 years old that stole the armored personnel carrier. He made it 60 miles before police stopped him, or he ran out of gas or something like that.
They shot him, right?
No shots were fired. Nobody got hit. I read into that part. They said that he was on drugs, but the funny part is while he was driving, he was sending out tweets. And he got a couple tweets out, and one of the tweets that he sent, I know you probably heard this. What was one of the tweets?
Yeah, I don't know. Tell me.
It was the Wu-Tang for life.
Oh, Wu-Tang.
He said Wu-Tang for life out in the middle while he was stealing armor.
What does Wu-Tang mean?
I don't know, but he said it.
Is that like Killer Bees on Attack?
They said he was on drugs, so I mean,
Can I ask you a question?
What?
Why do you think they didn't shoot him?
Because
he was in an armored carrier, armored vehicle.
The news would like to portray that cops just shoot bad guys, but you actually watch the slow motion. Like if we go back and watch that video, you'd watch that the cops actually have really good gun control, and you'll never see their fingers on the trigger.
He was in an armored vehicle. How can you shoot him? It
doesn't mean he's armed inside the vehicle. It's armored personnel carrier. It doesn't mean it has a 50 cal.
Doesn't matter. He's armed. He had a fucking vehicle.
No, he's got a vehicle. You can't get shot in a high-speed chase unless you're a danger to society.
They said it was a tank.
No, it was an armored personnel carrier.
But what I saw said it was a tank.
It has tank tracks, and it's armored.
But my question is, why didn't they shoot him?
Because, like I said, if you're in a cop chase, they can't shoot you.
Yeah,
unless you are a danger to society. Was he running over cars, killing pedestrians? No,
they can't shoot you if you're in an armored vehicle.
They can't use deadly force to stop you unless you are a danger to society. Is that better worded?
Well, even if they shoot, they can't get through the armored vehicle.
Yeah, but do you understand what deadly force means? Like explosives and everything. Okay. The police always have a way to stop you.
I don't think they do.
Yeah, so there was another video that I saw where a cop hit a guy in the back of the head with a can of beans.
That was a good video.
That was a good video. And I felt bad for the cop. He was kind of overwhelmed in the scenario. Or actually, no, I'm mixing it up. That was a different one with the girl up to the ceiling tiles.
Yeah, you shouldn't be overwhelmed for the... Fuck, dude.
They got them both mixed up. The one with the beans.
I just got them mixed up because the one with the beans, that dude did the right thing. That'd be great. Dude.
Yeah, he was hiding behind the little quarter gondola of all the little chip racks and stuff like that, and the guy couldn't see him. And he was in an armed engagement with somebody, criminal engagement, and a cop looked like an undercover detective, like button up white shirt.
Yeah, it looked like an undercover, and it looked like a beat cop too.
And he grabs a can of fucking beans off the shelf of the end cap, like the gondola, and he sneaks up and wings it right at the back of this guy's head. And you see that can fucking ricochet right off his fucking head towards the ceiling. Like I'm talking, think, like.
You know what? That's how you got to do it. and I'll be honest, and I
I give
don't
that
want to
cop
say
props.
anything negative about cops or anything, but
I love
you had a controlled cop. Not only did he handle it properly, but it was fucking entertaining.
and bravely.
And
He went after an armed suspect with a can of beans. I mean, that takes some balls.
no one got hurt.
And nobody got hurt except for the criminal with a can of beans dent in the back of his head.
And it was severely entertaining.
It was. And the other video was, what was it? It was a guy and a girl. I don't know what they were doing in the convenience store.
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't show what they were doing
Didn't
or
really
why
show-
they were running.
Didn't really show what the whole scenario led up to, but a cop was trying to catch a male and a female in a store. The male didn't have a shirt on. The female was wearing like a pink shirt, some like spandex pants or something. I don't know, probably some tweakers or something. So they run into the store. The cop's chasing the guy around. He finally gets the guy down. Girl goes into the back room to go hide. And she thinks it's a good idea to climb on top of ceiling tiles and crawl her way out of the store like she's some kind of mastermind criminal or some shit.
She's
What happened to her, Joe?
She's lucky she made it that far. If it would have been fiberglass ceiling tiles,
How far did she make it, Joe?
she made it pretty far.
She's
She made it
crawl-
halfway through the store in the back room before one of those 793s
I would say she made about
broke.
a quarter way. She got out to the sales floor to the first gondola rack.
Yeah, if she went from the back room to halfway through that
That's
store,
pretty far.
yeah.
I'm surprised the ceiling grid held that long. But she dropped through. What did she land on, Jeff?
The rack.
She landed right on a spine-shaped gondola rack. Just boom, right through metal shelves, right to the ground. It was great. And then the cop runs over. She's like, I give up. Just
Yeah,
laid
because
down.
she had those J clips fucking shoving right into her.
Yeah, the pegboard clips. She
Yeah.
landed right on those, like on her right side, and then back to just shelves. It was great.
That actually reminded me of that movie Battleship. You seen that?
Battleship.
You haven't seen the movie Battleship?
Is that the aliens one?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Where the dude breaks into the store to get the chicken burrito for the chick, and he breaks in through the ceiling, then tries to get back out of the ceiling, and it falls to the ceiling. Do the same thing. It's great. Love that
I
movie.
don't remember that.
Dude, you gotta watch it. It's a good movie.
I'll add that to my watch list. Battleship.
And you'd be like, "Oh shit, it's the same thing." It's like the best part of the movie.
So,
I mean, I get drunk too, but I'm not gonna go after a chicken burrito like that.
yep. Always good videos when you see a cop busting a criminal. I mean, it's just usually good content.
What about that video when you got busted?
I've never been.
You never been busted?
Nope. Never been to jail. Never been. Not a criminal.
Ah,
I stay away from criminal acts. Keeps me out of trouble. That's who I am.
I'm just busting your balls, Patrick.
I know you are, but you know I'm not a criminal.
I know. You're a softie.
But, I mean, we've all done shit in our lives. But speaking of that, I mean,
Go ahead, say it, Patrick.
near-death experiences. Have you ever had any of those in your life?
Too many.
Too many.
I don't even want to talk about them.
Don't want to talk about them. Well, I think we should talk about at least one of them each. Let the audience hear something interesting about our lives that we've been through.
All right, you start with yours, and I won't share mine.
Alrighty, near-death experience. So, there's this road in Georgia, okay? It's called Camelback Road. And it's
What
funny.
county is it in?
I don't want to go into the specifics.
But what county? I need to know.
It was one of the stupid things that we've done in our lives that I'm not too proud of. I mean, it was a stupid point in my life. I admit the incident was stupid. I shouldn't have done it. But, you know, when you have your friends around you, you get the peer pressure going on.
But I'm
you
sure
do
the
stupid
people,
shit.
the police in the county want to know.
Yeah, well, I don't want them to know. But, and if they, I'm not going there. So, the name of the road's called Camelback Road. That's as far as I'm going into details.
Camelback or camel toe?
Camelback, like the camel's back.
One hump or
And
two.
This is what's funny. This is the shape of the road was a camel's back. You had one made hump, like up here.
Is it
and then
one up or two?
It went down, and then went back up, and then went down, and went back up. It had humps all the way down.
Oh, it was a dual
Like a
camel.
camel's back. That's why they named the road that.
Oh, very good, good.
So, me and, I want to say I had two buddies in the car with me at the time. And I drive a Subaru Impreza, 4-cylinder, turbo, little rally car, WRX. And I hadn't had the car very long. It was pretty fun driving it right when I got it. So me and my friends are going to pick up another friend that lived off this road. So we go and pick him up, and while we're going over the hills, I forgot to mention, at the top of this Camelback Road, there's a light post off of this paved road. That's a single lane wide, by the way. Okay? And the light post is about a foot off the pavement in gravel, right next to fresh asphalt kind of deal. And the road's in the shape of a camelback. One car can go at a time. That's how wide the road is. So, pick my friend up, and while we're going up, I kind of went, decently fast, like 30, 40 miles an hour, enough to lose your stomach going over these humps. My friends were like, they started yapping because we watched a bunch of Gymkhana videos and shit like that beforehand.
What kind of videos?
Gymkhana with Ken Block, where he does all that crazy shit in the cars.
I know Ken Block, but I don't know what...
That's what he calls that art with all doing the stupid shit. It's called Gymkhana. Him practicing for his rally events, pretty much.
Okay, well, I know Ken Block, so...
So anyways...
Not personally, I just know the videos that I see.
Great videos. I like them. They're entertaining. They're pieced together by scenes, but they're still entertaining. So anyways, they were yapping in the car, and they wanted to convince me to try to jump my car over the crest peak at the top of the Camelback. And it has 2 on each side to the third one at the top, so 3 going up, 2 more going down on the backside kind of deal. So we pick up my buddy, get in the car, and I pretty much tell him, I'm not doing it. I'm not breaking my car kind of deal. And then they started going on and on and on, and then one of them called me a pussy, and one thing leads to another, and we're doing 80 miles an hour heading towards the crest of this fucking hill. So we're in my Subaru. I got 4 people in this car. None of us wearing seatbelts, okay? None of us. This is scary. I almost died right here. 80 miles an hour climbing up towards the crest peak. I would say about 50 or probably 60 to 70 miles an hour, you probably launch off the top of this. And I figured, probably going around, I think it was at the top of 3rd gear, which my car cracks out around 7,500 RPMs. So we were scooting around 75, 80 miles an hour, right around there. Coming up towards the thing. And I've got my head, I'm holding on to the steering wheel. Got the gas all the way down. I'm in the heavy boost range, rocking right around 6,500, cracking 7,000 RPMs. And I got my head on the fucking ceiling of my car. And I'm just trying to get as much visual as I can over the crest kind of deal as we're coming up to it. And I had the gut feeling. And this is where one of those times I was so thankful I trusted my gut. Because I just had the feeling something bad was about to happen.
Did you mash the brake, Patrick?
What I did is I dropped second, locked the brakes up, and popped the clutch in second. Yanked it to the left, and right when I did, there was an S10 box style S10 pickup truck, single cab, a red one, coming up the hill on the backside. And I'm talking, I was probably doing about 65 miles an hour, 60 to 55-ish, on the brakes, dropping second right when I saw the roof of this fucking truck. And I yanked it towards the light pole, yanked the e-brake, popped the clutch, drifted between that truck and the light pole. And I thought I hit the light pole. I swear to God, in my head, the light pole destroyed the back end of my car. I start going down the hill, and everybody in the car is just dead silent. None of us are wearing our seatbelt. I hear a couple seatbelts click afterwards, kind of deal. We're all silent. We get down to the bottom of the hill, and I had to get out of the car. Because, you've probably experienced this before driving stick shift. When something like that happens, I call it shaky leg. Where you get that clutch foot, where that motherfucker just starts shaking and you can't keep it still on the fucking clutch. I had to get out of the car, get my nerves back together. Did a lap around the car, check for damage. No damage. And I looked in my rear view after that happened, I saw the dust kick up next to that light pole. Like I knew I got off the pavement kind of deal. That light pole was only a foot off the pavement. I don't understand how that happened that day. But after that, I was like, man.
Well, I understand how it happened.
Yeah, I was being stupid.
Because if it didn't happen like that, then you wouldn't be here making these videos for all the fine people.
I would be deformed. I'd been fucked up. I'd be lucky if I flew out the window, landed in the grassy field next to it, kind of deal. But it was one of those moments where me and 4 of my close friends after graduating high school were sitting in the car for about 10 minutes, and we didn't say a word to each other. And then it was just like, damn, I can't believe that shit just happened, bro. like, oh man. Like, I had that clutch foot. That's how I always know my nerves get wild up when I'm driving, kind of deal. But you ever had that happen, the clutch foot?
No.
Never.
Not the clutch foot.
The adrenaline rush where you start shaking on it?
Nope.
Wild.
I've never heard that story before.
I know.
I've heard lots of
stories. Why I wanted to
stories.
share it on the show. But there's more stories, but let's hear one of your near-death experiences.
Yeah, I already said I'm not going to do that.
Well, tell us something. Tell us one story.
But I'm not.
Something that happened to Joe in Joe's history line.
Nope.
No, you're not going there?
Too many
I
bad.
know your parents had a Grand National, man. Tell us a story about that thing.
No, they didn't.
It wasn't your parents?
Nope.
Who had the Grand National?
It's my buddies.
Your buddies. I know you guys did some stupid shit in that.
Oh, I've been through way too much nasty shit, bro. Been through lots of horrible things.
Yeah.
Been through...
Come on, man.
No.
Open up a little bit.
No.
People want to hear it.
Yo, I'm like Benny drinks in, and you know what, bro? I don't like to think about all those things, and I don't want to talk about them because I've been through a lot of bad shit in my life.
Well, what do you want to talk about?
Not near-death experiences, because I mean, honestly, there's been
Any
a lot.
story, any funny thing. Like I'll tell another one. Maybe you'll open up after this. We were at a
No.
no. You're just stonewalling.
I
You don't
saw
want
that
anybody to know, Joe?
stonewalling. It's like I've actually had a lot of bad things happen, and it's not good to remember. You don't even talk about this shit, bro.
It's part of us, and we want the viewers to know who we are slightly. You know,
Yeah, that's fine.
maybe not everything, but
That's fine. Maybe down the road, but dude, I don't like the near death experiences I've been through. They're fucking bad.
it could be anything. Like there was one where we were partying, like up in Georgia. Like we didn't have very much to do, so
Let me pause you right there. I should have been dead like 10 times over, and it's a scary thought, bro.
Oh yeah, me too. That's just one of them. That was. I mean, I've been in scenarios where I watched friends almost die, and I couldn't do anything. I mean, there's fucked up things we see in our lives that it happens.
That's
Like,
fine,
I've seen
but
dead bodies. I never wanted to see a dead body, but I've seen one. It's fucking.
yeah,
It fucks with your head, but talk about it and you get over it. Be a man.
No. No. No, you need to let the negative shit in your past fucking die.
You can't just forget about it. It's what made you who you are today.
Exactly.
You got to remember that. Rock on with it.
You don't need to share that shit with people.
They probably never heard that shit.
That
That was some wild shit.
They got their own shit.
Yeah, well, now they heard my shit.
That's just a fraction of the shit I've
Okay,
already
Joe,
heard about you.
you wanted to change the topic since you don't want to talk about yourself. So, what do you want to talk about?
First Amendment.
First Amendment. We're going to talk about how they're trying to take it away from us, or?
How the fuck is that possible? All right, so first we're going to go to, you want to do all the, let's start with Vegas, school shootings, whatever the fuck else happens. And you want to try to take our Second Amendment away, which is constitutionally given to us. Not only is it constitutionally given to us, it's a God-given right to bear arms. Okay? That's what our Constitution is based off of. Now you want to come and say we don't have a freedom of speech, and you want to come and fucking go ahead and edit our fucking YouTube. You want to edit our Twitter. You want to take away our freedom of speech. Kiss my fucking white ass. It is our God-given right, our constitutional right. And then you got CNN having hearings about InfoWars. How the fuck can you even get a hearing?
That wasn't CNN. That was a congressional Congress hearing.
I'm sorry.
And they had
Hold on.
Mark
No, you're right.
Zuckerberg.
You're right. You have CNN fucking talking shit all the time, and then you have fucking congressional hearings where all these fucking Democrats, fucking far left liberals are fucking bringing in
their butthurt emotions and opinions.
crybaby shit to censor InfoWars. I know I talk shit about Alex Jones sometimes. Okay, let me apologize to Alex Jones. Not that I feel the fucking need to, because I got an issue with Alex Jones. The fact that I don't know what the fuck's going on with the guy. The guy gives us a lot of great information.
He does go overkill sometimes.
He
right?
does go
off the
overkill
board.
with some of the fucking shit, okay?
And I know how you don't like he pushes his products, but I mean...
push the products once an hour. Don't push the products every 15 minutes because the Alex Jones from back before, okay, you weren't pushing all the products all the time. You weren't screaming like a banshee about shit. You're bringing the news and keeping us informed. That's great. Love it. That's what you need to do. And I understand that fucking YouTube might have demonetized you, but supposedly it's not about fucking money. I know you got to make a living, but I go to work 50 hours a week. So does Pat.
Yep.
We're not here trying to change the world. We're just trying to bring the fucking regular man's view in America about what the fuck is going on.
With alcohol.
Because that's what the fuck is going on. Okay, so we live in a state where marijuana is not legal yet, so
fortunately
we drink. If it ever becomes legal, then we might smoke. Woohoo!
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 Marijuana.
But anyway, so I also have the issue with Alex Jones with the fact that why the fuck didn't you just say Bill Hicks, motherfucker? But anyway, that's not the problem. How the fuck do you have congressional hearings about InfoWars when they're the ones bringing you the truth? How the fuck does that happen? Yeah. Explain that to me.
I'm with you. The congressional hearing where they were just specifically with they called Mark Zuckerberg to this congressional hearing, which is the guy of Facebook, the creator, blah blah blah.
Put him in jail too, please.
So they got him on there, and they're holding him They're trying to hold him responsible for the things that are being said on Facebook, and they were only specifically when they said things being said on Facebook talking about things that Alex Jones is portraying on Infowars. And they were saying that, like, if you allow that on your channel or on your app, your program, Facebook, whatever you want to call it, you know, you're accepting everything he says. But they're calling it fake news and saying that people are being misinformed with false topics and things. And I don't feel like Infowars is giving out false topics. I just feel like they do elaborate in a very... I don't know. Alex Jones gets emotional sometimes when he's talking about something. But I like it sometimes, but sometimes he starts talking crazy and stuff like that. But,
and it's weird.
But I still like him. He's like that barbarian savage that we send to the front lines to fight the enemy.
And it's weird because, believe it or not, you're getting the news when the news is happening with Alex Jones and Infowars. You're getting it when it is happening, and you're getting the truth about it.
And then you're also getting his thoughts about it. Kind of deal.
Not just the thoughts about it, but you're
like
getting the negative side where people are saying, oh, well, this dude just shill. And hold on a second. If CNN can attack all the shit they do, and you're having other networks that are bringing the truth getting shut down or censored, but nothing ever happens to InfoWars. Even though he wants to sit there and say, oh, well, I'm being sued for this, I'm being sued for that. Are you? I don't know. But you're never being shut down. So it's kind of like, what the fuck is going on? But at the same time, you're still getting all the real right news from InfoWars that you're not getting anywhere else. And you're having other independent news sources
spring up because of that.
Not spring up, but they're saying the same damn thing. So it's like...
what was that one
it's
guy?
It's like, fuck, dude.
He's been censored so much that he actually had to shut down his channel because he was producing gold footage. Roger Stone got shut off the internet. They've censored him to where he can't even create a video and get any views or anything because they've created algorithms.
Yeah, they censored him and shut him down. That's why he's doing the show with Alex Jones and InfoWars now, which is great. I mean, hey, stick together. Yep. But they both won their lawsuits, supposedly. It's really confusing. And I'm not trying to knock InfoWars because I do enjoy watching it. It's very informative. It's just like, you know.
You can only take so much of it, though. I like it, though.
Stop with the screaming and yelling.
He's just putting emotion behind it.
He's putting way too much emotion behind it.
He's putting too much, but he's getting it out there. He is the only person.
I will definitely always click on it, and sometimes I will regret it. But I always want to watch it because I know that's where I'm going to get most of the news from, the real news. Because CNN can suck a dick. I do not understand how CNN is still fucking going.
I don't know about you, but every time I'm in a public place and I see that on the TV and whatever establishment I'm
Oh,
in,
do you choke and throw up?
I seriously tell them they need to turn the channel. I tell them every time. Like, I do not want to be there. I will leave your restaurant. I'm going to start. I haven't done it yet, but I'm probably going to start refusing to give those people my service.
I can't help but watch it for like about 3 seconds. And
Oh,
I'm like, oh shit!
I start laughing about how crazy these topics are.
People are
They just
stupid.
literally make shit up and pull it out of their asses.
They do.
Like they just say, "Oh, the sun's fucking blue today."
Well, that's
you
the
guys
thing.
better believe the sun's fucking
That's
blue.
the thing.
Like-
CNN makes up all this shit and bullshit, but yet they're going to have congressional hearings about InfoWars? How the fuck
Yeah.
is that possible?
And they're the leading like source that the congressional hearing was like following behind, which was what was pissing me off the most. Like,
How about just pull the plug on CNN?
I mean,
Hey, you're fake
they need
fucking
to go.
news.
I mean, they need to
Put
go.
fucking Hillary in jail. Put Bill in jail. Put Podesta in jail. Put fucking Rothenstein fucking in jail.
Simplify
Put
it.
fucking
Criminals.
Shrek in jail.
Criminals have a place in this world. Criminals belong in jail.
Why aren't they in jail? I don't fucking
That's
get
why
it.
we created jail, right? I mean, it's for criminals to house criminals.
And let's roll back to the fucking thing we were watching about Trump and Putin the other day. The fucking
Which part?
the Helsinki summit.
Which part about it?
Well, the main part about it.
There's a lot
Okay,
of parts
so
in that.
you got fucking Rosenstein struck, but fucking Rosenstein come in and say, "Oh, we're gonna indict 13 members of fucking Russia."
Mueller.
No, it was
Mueller was the one
Rosenstein
indicted.
that said it.
Well, Putin invited Mueller to be president. I thought that was fucking hilarious.
Them little pansies ain't gonna go there.
I know, but he specifically called out his bluff pretty much and said, like, we're not going to send our Russian military officers to the United States to have the United States interrogate them. We will interrogate them ourselves with any questions you guys would like. And he invited Mueller to be there for the interrogation.
And that is an
which you know that motherfucker's not going to show
And that
up.
is an existing treaty we have, and I thought it was fucking amazing. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what? That's fucking awesome.
It's like you guys can't fucking realize the laws that were written before you guys open your fucking mouths. It's like
That's how it should be between countries, okay? So there's a conflict between United States and Russia, which is obviously made up. We all know it's fucking made up. I mean, regular smart people with a fucking brain know it's made up. But there's a treaty there where they have ways to work it out, and they're both willing to fucking do it and compromise.
a treaty. It's pretty much like a contract.
And then you have
that we
the other
to
side,
abide
the
by.
fake side, is like, let's just make up shit and ruin the world. But I mean, there are ways there, and it's already been set up. So why haven't they been doing this shit for years and years and years? That it tells you something. Now you have a president and another president that everybody wants to talk shit about, but they're working together. What the fuck is wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with it.
I don't know. I say
So get those.
I
off
say
my
United
table.
States
Get
and
those off my
Russia
table.
should be friends. I say United States and Russia should be friends. I like it. I like us being allies with Russia. I don't want to see us be
We
enemies.
are allies, and we've
And I
probably
love it.
been for.
We've always been. It's always been steady, and everybody tried to lie and mix it up and make us.
And I don't care
hate
what anybody.
Russia
I
again,
don't
but
care what
I don't know
anybody
why.
says. Trump is a really smart man. Putin is a really smart man. And you could say, oh, like Putin's this and Putin's that, and blah blah blah. Well, guess what? Hillary is a piece of garbage.
Fuck that all you want about Trump, but he's the only president that we've had in the last couple of years that straightened up our shit with North
No,
Korea.
he's
We put North
he's
Korea in
the
their
only-
place.
He's the only
He
president
called their bluff.
since Kennedy. I mean, Reagan did a little bit of good, but he's the only one since Kennedy that wanted to fucking do the right thing and is doing the right thing. And at the same time, you got people like, oh, well, this is just a setup. This is just a setup. Who the fuck knows? But as of right now,
He's getting results. That's all I'm saying. Like look at the peace we got with North Korea right now. We haven't had that shit in fucking decades. They've always been making threats, and all he wanted to
because
do.
they put this fucking young man that got put into power way before his time in a corner. They put the whole fucking country in a corner forever.
Yeah, and supposedly, I mean, according to what Dennis Rodman's saying, who is, which I think is funny, our spokesman for North Korea, which
Well, not anymore. Not anymore. He was.
he was the initial
Which
spokesman.
I judge like crazy. I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous.
But
What the fuck? I was really Like, what the fuck is going on? This is bullshit.
It's just one of Kim Jong-un's like fascinations. He likes him.
That's not the point. I thought it was total bullshit until I realized,
Yeah, that's
the
how
dude
it was
isn't a
portrayed.
bad guy.
Like when he went there last time, you remember the thing he was saying about how he came to Obama and he tried, telling him that North Korea told me like they want to make peace with us. They'd like to cut a deal or something like that. And Obama fucking brushed that shit off and left the fucking our tensions in North Korea for how many years with him being president?
Do you know how old he is?
I don't know how old he is.
Younger than you.
28.
Younger than you. I don't know his exact age, but he's younger than me. I know that. I'm 40.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, he's super young, and he got put into power or whatever. And dude like that, is put in a corner by what the situation is going on. But
plus, he was raised wrong. I mean,
no shit.
Yeah, like he had like 6 or 7 brothers, and they were all like beaten and tortured.
Dude, I have no idea.
Being dictators,
I have no idea, bro.
His dad was a fucked up dude, man. He fucking.
But when Robin was going over there, I was like, "What is this fucking dog shit? What is this? What is this?"
It was just like that movie, The Interview, with fucking.
Hold on, I'm gonna get to that. No, it's not just like that, because now that you sit and look at it in retrospect, Robin was going over there and seeing that he was a good guy, and no one wants to believe Robin because, he's a little bit crazy. Nah, he's a little bit out there, but you know what? I'm just as out there. You're almost as out there. But
that's what he wanted, was to be taken seriously. That's why.
But nobody was taking the situation seriously. Okay,
specifically Obama was.
And I was like, "What the fuck is this?" It's like crazy. But then you know what? You have the propaganda movie Interview. And don't get me wrong, dude. I like Seth Rogen's movies, but it's starting to show that a lot of this shit is propaganda. Especially from that movie, from right now what's going on, is that was propaganda against North Korea. Okay? Because it was negative against North Korea. No, I know you like Seth Rogen, so do I. But it was negative against North Korea. And come to find out, it's not a negative situation, because the country's been put in a corner for so long by all of these countries, and Trump goes over there and a great relationship. The dude wants to get out of it. He can't fucking.
He's a businessman.
No, he's not a businessman. He's a trapped little dude that doesn't want the shit, but they're fucking the other.
Well, you got to look at it from his standpoint. Like, either they're making threats to us and they want to start a war, or he wants to go over there instead of, before we start a war, hey, let's put the pressure on them and then see if we can cut a deal with them.
No, that's not the situation, though. The situation, there's this little dude, this young dude's put into power, and like you said, he was raised a certain way, which isn't the fucking way it should be.
I feel bad, man.
And Rodman's over there talking, and he's doing a thing, and they're having a great relationship. So this kid's actually halfway sensible. But they want to make him out to like a fucking little tyrant, little piece of shit. And that's not the way it is. And Trump goes over there.
He was just confused, pretty much. He had
Fuck yeah, he was confused. So was you.
And then he idolized Dennis Rodman, and he chose him to be like the spokesman for the United States.
And Trump goes over there. He's got the fucking knows what's going on. He's like, hey, it doesn't have to be like this. And he's like, no, I don't want it to be like this. And now things are going great. But you got to understand, all the shit that the dude's been going through, this young man that, people want to talk shit about, is how he was raised, and it's got the other administrations like Obama, fucking Bush's, that's putting that country into a fucking hole. They do what they want to do to keep countries where they want them.
But not now saying Trump's that the things that he did in his communist ways were okay. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but how do you know? How do you know any of that shit? All you know is what you're told. And guess what? Who told you that? The
communist
news?
Dictators, I don't agree with, and you shouldn't either.
Who told you what was going on there? CNN?
Dude, they were eating dogs for food.
How do you know?
The people were eating dogs.
We already know CNN's liars.
Do your research. Do your research, too.
It's possible. It's possible.
That's what the news was saying, that the
Which
people
news?
were eating the
All
dogs.
right,
I don't know
Patrick.
what news. I'm saying between the news sources that I've watched. Which,
all right, hold on.
I don't watch
Did
fake
InfoWars
news.
ever say they were eating dogs?
Yes.
Did they?
Yes. Alex Jones said it. They were eating fucking dogs over there. And he was talking about right after we cut the deal with them, and he was saying it the same way I was about how he's a
You do know what the Chinese do with cats, right?
Yeah, nobody wants to eat a fucking cat willingly.
But they make great bourbon chicken, bro. Can't be all that bad. It's not.
It's just don't fucking go there.
I like bourbon chicken.
I like Chinese food as well because it's delicious and it's tasty. But we're talking about Koreans. So
so you've never eaten a squirrel?
I have never eaten squirrel. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I was raised anything I hunt and kill that I'm supposed to eat or consume or give away to somebody who will. And I've done that with squirrels, but I've never actually eaten.
There are some cultures.
I've eaten frog legs, and I thought they were disgusting. But
Yeah.
I might have cooked them wrong. I don't know, but they were fucking
They're
disgusting.
really chewy. I don't like them.
They were rubbery to me.
Yeah,
I really
chewy,
like
rubbery.
wasn't
Okay.
digging that.
Some cultures eat fucking raccoons.
I mean,
Okay,
I don't eat trash pandas. That's just me. If they eat trash, I won't eat that.
I'm not about eating a dog or a cat, but I mean, animals are animals, and it doesn't mean that you're fucking gonna. They're not delicious if you prep them right, okay? Some fucking people eat armadillos, and we're talking about rednecks, so that's not racist. And
You know,
if
I
say-
can, I
if
can
you-
safely say I've never. I mean, I've met some fucking redneck motherfuckers in my life. I have never met a redneck who said he hated armadillo.
Really?
Never. I've heard turtle soup. I've heard frog legs. I've heard alligator tail. I've heard squirrel
You
legs.
get a lot of redneck.
I've heard somebody joke around and say squirrel nuts one time. Like they probably.
Yeah,
I
you get
really felt like he
You get
ate
a lot of
squirrel
rednecks
nuts.
down here. But a lot of rednecks down here in Florida that do eat the turtles.
Like I
I
had
know it's
one
illegal.
redneck friend.
I'm not saying I've never done it. I've never had it, and I know it's illegal. But yeah, there are some rednecks in Florida that eat turtle soup.
I had one redneck friend that said he liked eating he liked trout fishing in the streams up there. He liked eating the balls.
Well, they cook fish heads in the soup too.
But the eyeballs.
Some
Like it's not a
countries-
meat. That's like an organ. It just didn't seem right to me.
Okay, so
It just seemed kind of weird.
Some people eat like cow brains and monkey brains.
You're right. And in France, they eat horse. People slaughter horses and eat fucking horse. It's disgusting.
Okay, so that can't.
Like, I
mean-
could never see myself eating a horse.
That,
Like,
that doesn't mean that the people in North Korea are suffering. I mean, if you think about
well, you
it,
got to think about it. They can't go to the grocery store
why?
as of
Who
before
says that? Who said that?
according to what I
Do not
dug
go
into,
by the movie, The Interview.
I'm not
because
going
that
by
was,
the movie.
as far as I'm concerned right now,
The
that's
movie
straight
is what's
propaganda.
portraying into my mind, but I do remember doing research into
okay.
it. And I remember Alex Jones saying that they don't have real grocery stores and stuff like that. It's like a trading program up there.
So what's wrong
And
with
it's
that?
like, well, the only thing on the market, they don't get beef, they don't get chicken, they don't get pork, they get dog. People slaughter the wild dogs.
How do you know they don't get any of those?
They don't get beef.
But I'll be honest with
From
you.
what I learned when I did my diggings, I've learned that they don't get beef.
I would rather
Correct us in the comments.
I would rather trade for natural meats and vegetables than go to the grocery store and get the processed dog shit, bro. I mean, look at me. In the last
process is fucking horrible.
my weight goes up and down because of my
Mine's been
job.
going up and down too.
Yeah, but I'm like 25 pounds plus again since last year.
Dude, I'm 191 pounds. I just weighed myself.
215.
I'm about to start doing something about it.
215 asshole.
I saw almost
2
200
years-
and I got scared and I started shaving.
2
I
years-
started dieting.
2 years
recently.
before, I went back down to 175.
Nope.
And it depends on the food
That's where
I
I.
eat.
That's where I feel good. is
Okay,
when
so
I'm
our
175.
job
180, 175.
has caused me to go back up again because I'm on the road. And I have to eat the dog shit. Not dog shit specifically, but, processed foods. I would rather trade for those foods.
Because we're overwhelmed sometimes. It's hard to wake up extra early when we're already waking up early and then make lunch.
You can't plan for your meals when you get up, you go to work, and you don't know where in the state you're going to be that day or how many hours you're going to be. I mean,
It's still cold. Like
when you come home 14 hours later from your work, did you plan to be there 14 hours? No. Does it happen? Yep.
that's the job we signed up for, man. You gotta we work till we're done working, pretty much. I mean, that's what we do. We've been doing it for years.
I'll tell you what I didn't sign up for. I didn't sign up for to gain 25 pounds.
Careful.
And so now I got to go ahead and do that. But I didn't sign up to work till I'm 68 fucking years old like a slave.
Yeah, well,
Oh yeah, I smoke way too many cigarettes because, yeah.
See, we can talk about the cigarettes a little bit. I'm down for that. The cigarettes, I keep on saying, I want to say, the biggest reason I still smoke cigarettes. I mean, I've quit a couple times, but the reason it keeps coming back
The
is
job.
It's not just a job. It's
a job.
It's driving. Driving in society nowadays, at least down here in Florida. I mean, don't get me wrong.
No. I'm going to agree with you, and I'm not trying to interrupt you and make you whatever. Yes, it is the driving. It's not the people on the road or the quality of the drivers that we have to deal with, even though we see horrible shit on a daily basis. And, you know, how many dead people we see in a fucking year is just ridiculous on the fucking highways with these people texting and shit, and we'll do that in another show. But it's the time that you're spending in a vehicle to go from job to job to job. We will literally go to 3 to 5, maybe more jobs all across the state. Patrick had to drive 6 hours to one job to do a 15-minute job last week.
Yeah, 3.5 each way kind of deal. But yeah.
Okay, so you just bumped it up 7 hours there and back, correct?
Pretty much, because I did hit traffic because of, like you just said, it was a problem. I'm guessing, I'm not going to say in stone, but it was probably a cell phone related accident. It was like a merge ramp kind of deal, whole semi-incident, stupid girl.
Most of the accidents that I see anymore have got to be linked to cell phone. We just worked together twice last week, correct?
Yep.
How many cars off the side of the road or in the woods did we see? At least 3 in 2 days.
Yeah, I think it was 2 or 3, yeah.
In 2 days. How do you just drive off the road? The
intelligence level of society is consistently dropping with the advancements in technology.
So what Patrick means to say is I have my head shoved up my phone's fucking ass while I'm doing 75 on the highway.
Yeah. People... It's not like when we had... Remember Motorola Razors?
One second. Okay. And you asked me why I don't get on the highway with my motorcycle? Because the shit I see while I'm working is why I do not get on the highway with my motorcycle. If I need to get on the highway, I'll go to the work and borrow my van.
That's what I've told you. I mean, I would love to be able to drive a motorcycle in a perfect society. But the reason why I don't trust... It's not that I don't trust my skills behind a motorcycle. I was raised around dirt bikes my whole life. I'm comfortable on a motorcycle. Like, don't get me wrong. But it's not my skills I'm worried about. It's everyone around me in society. Like, I don't know if this month... The biggest thing is the blinkers. Oh my God, I can sit there and go for hours about how it grinds my gears about how people don't use their blinkers nowadays. It's so simple. It's 2 inches off the fucking steering wheel on the left side.
Why?
Down for left, up for right.
Why are you going to hit your blinker when
Because I'm not a fucking mind reader behind
Hold on a second. Why are you going to hit your blinker when you're on your phone and you don't even know you're drifting in the next lane? So why should you hit your blinker?
Well, that's what I was getting at. The reason why, I mean, remember when we had Motorola Razors and Nokia flat phones where it was a solid cylinder with just the number pad and a little tiny screen on it that only lit up green and black? Remember those phones?
Yeah.
When we were texting and driving, you didn't even have to look at your fucking phone.
No, dude, you knew it.
Seriously,
you knew it.
You like, just do this, and you're mashing 100 fucking words a minute.
You could write a book because you're used to hitting that shit.
And now we have the touch screens, and I feel like this is the biggest problem is because it takes coordination because you don't want to hit the button next to it and accidentally have to hit that button.
I love how you said that though, because that's literally how it was.
That's how it is.
When you had the flip phones,
how I view it.
You could sit there to write a book. Because you know.
You don't even have to look. You just think. You think and type. It's like natural to you. You're like, oh man, this is how fucking people in technology.
Yeah, and you got and just to hit one letter, you got to hit the key like 2 to 3 times.
Yeah, but you memorize the patterns.
Yeah, and you're just like, you don't even have to look at it. It's like shorthand, and you're fucking writing a book, and you don't even have to look at the phone. But you're right. Since we do have the fucking smartphones, have to look.
That's when you have to add depth perception and coordination in because you're actually thinking, okay, I don't want to hit. Let's say I want to hit the E button, like I'm typing a word, and the E.
You have to look at it.
You want to make sure you're not hitting the R, or the other button next to that. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but if you like going for it and you accidentally hit it, then it's like, oh man, I got to hit the backspace. Oh, I better hit the right button.
And you
put more thought into each touch you do on the screen.
You have to put more attention into it.
Exactly. When you start adding those levels of
just say you had this laptop in front of you. You wouldn't even have to look at it either because
I was taught how to
you
type
can feel
without
the
looking.
keys. You can feel the keys. On a cell phone, you can't feel shit.
Nope. All you hear is that vibration. You feel the vibration.
With that fucking flip phone pad, you can feel
I was
it.
mad texting on that bitch when
and
I
you could feel it. You could hear the beep, and you could feel the push of the button. But now they got, the
Motorola Razr was the greatest advancement in technology. And like, I'll even give it to the BlackBerry stage. When it gave it to that, we were still good at doing that.
Yeah.
When you actually had the keyboard, you could actually physically touch the keyboard, not the projected touchscreen crap.
Yeah, you could feel those keys because they were actually keys.
Yep.
And then they had the trackball. I loved BlackBerry.
BlackBerry was the shit.
Motorola and BlackBerry, the Razr and the BlackBerry were great phones. And now you got the shit where people's like, 75 miles an hour. It's like, fuck you people.
Yeah, so BlackBerries and Razrs, they were the best phones probably amongst history until the new era of phones gets invented. But nowadays, I feel like people are misusing phones for their own social media benefits. You know what I mean? Like, instead of having every answer in the world right in front of you, like actually be able to research every question you've ever had kind of deal, they're using it for
the internet is great for finding the answers to a lot of things. It's like having your own personal library in front of you. That's great, but that's not what they're doing. That's not what the kids these days are doing.
It's true.
It's all about social media, popularity, bullshit fucking hip-hop, bullshit fucking pop music, blah, 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 blah. But anyway, so Motorola Razrs, loved them.
They were the best.
Here's my question. What happens when the 5G comes out? Can I go back?
I know what you're getting at, and I want to know the same thing because I want to.
Can I go back?
I want to know if we can revert back to that era of cell phones.
Can I go back and buy a Motorola Razr?
Because I'm fine with having
and still
a laptop.
Be on 3G.
Yeah, I'm fine with having a laptop at home plugged in with an Ethernet cord with no
Wi-Fi,
no EMF signals being sent out of my house or anything like that. And I don't want to promote 5G or 4G anymore, and I want to go back to.
No, we have to fight the 5G. And if our audience or whoever's out there doesn't know what 5G is, and I know a lot of you do, bad. Fucking bad.
Being bad.
We're not going to elaborate with the show because it's been so long, but no 5G. But my question is...
Look up EMF radiation. That's it. That's all I'm going to say.
Can I buy a Motorola Razr, which I'd be fucking happy as shit to have?
I don't think they'll allow the service to work anymore. It's like my 4G service isn't working. I think we've discussed this in a later episode about how I'm losing service in my apartment itself. Like, you send me a text message today, and I literally don't get it until...
You're 2 blocks away from me.
Exactly. And I have 3 bars of service.
And who's your service provider?
Exactly. Verizon.
And I have Sprint. They all have their limitations.
But, like, what I don't get is, like, I'll be on... Let's say my phone is saying 3G. Like, I'm connected to Wi-Fi. You know how it still says my bars of signal for cell phone service or 4G LTE. And, like, let's say I get a text message. Let's say it drops down to 3G.
And you get no service.
Why am I not getting the message at 3G? Why can't I send a message at 3G? I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I have a Samsung Galaxy S4. I think I've said it on one of the other episodes. Why isn't this phone able to send text messages in 3G when I don't have 4G service? If somebody could answer that,
I understand that because I have switched from Apple iPhone because I fucking hate Apple. Apple could suck a dick, you fucking faggots. Back to...
I don't like Apple phones. I do like Apple computers, but I don't like how they're all connected.
No, Apple is super bad, and everybody knows this. And if you're watching this, you already know Apple is fucking
personal
bullshit.
Opinions, freedom of speech.
So I switched back to Samsung after having one iPhone, which was a fucking nightmare. But anyway, yeah, if you drop out of LTE, what does it automatically go to? It doesn't go to 4G. It goes
Mine
to 3G.
says 3G, but it won't allow me to send or receive
If
anything.
you drop out of LTE, you automatically go to 3G.
So I'm scared when 5G comes out, when it switches to 4G, we're not going to be able to send messages again.
I don't think it'll drop to 5G. So if it I don't think it'll drop to 4G because you're in LTE now. you're not dropping to 4G, you're dropping to 3G. And when you're in 3G, nothing works. So what happens when 5G comes out? You're not going to drop to LTE, right? You're just going to drop down to 3G, right? Because that's the kind of fucking dog shit they pull.
Pisses me off about the whole 5G thing right off the bat, because the EMF waves being sent out from the actual emitters from the towers.
Well, go ahead. Just say what 5G is, because
I'm saying it.
If you're watching our show,
4G is the same as 5G. I'll give you that, but you have to understand the intensity increase between 4G and 5G.
Just say it, Patrick. What is 5G?
I'm saying it right now.
What is 5G?
I'm saying it. 4G, you're still emitting EMF radiation, or EMF, which is electromagnetic frequencies.
What is 5G designed
I'm explaining
to do?
that. Now, 5G is the same exact as 4G, but denser EMF waves, which are electromagnetic frequencies, is at a denser rate being sent, which means you're able to get faster internet.
Over shorter distances, which needs...
Over shorter distances.
They need more power.
More power, more towers,
transmitters.
more coverage.
Exactly.
And the problem I have with that is that the denser EMF fields that it's putting out is getting to be at the point where it's concerning to our health.
Okay.
Kind of deal. 4G was already concerning. 5G
it's concerning to our health, but what
us.
it really is 5G is designed to disrupt the cells in the human body for human population
I can't say
depopulation. I said it. That's what the fuck it is, dude.
All I'm saying is the scientific end of it.
It doesn't matter what you're saying. I just said it.
EMF waves, the frequencies being sent out, are becoming denser. And when they become denser, do your own research in that factor and search to find out what EMF patterns and
the denser it is, the more
health,
power you need, the more transmitters you need, and the frequencies are designed to disrupt the frequencies in the human body, causing premature.
Really quick, an example. Let's say this is like an apple, or this is a person.
That's not an apple. That's my lighter. It's a cosmic taco.
Let's say this is a person. Okay. Now you have a 4G tower right over here, emitting EMF waves at the 4G LTE rate. Now it's passing through. Let's say at like an ocean at the beach, and waves are coming through. You have normal waves. We'll consider that a baseline, a normal wave. Now you're upgrading to 5G. Imagine that being 100 times more intense, passing through your body every couple of seconds. That's where it becomes unhealthy for the 5G, is because a denser EMF field is passing
your research.
through your
5G is designed to disrupt your electromagnetic cells.
They can do their own research based off
exactly.
EMF.
Do your research.
Look up EMF
5G
in health for the human body. That's
exactly.
it. Simple as that. And the EMFs are guaranteed. They've been proven to be. That's the field they use to put out the cell.
But what we were really talking about is Amendment 1, the First Amendment. Hold on, shut up.
Oh, this isn't even First
Amendment. I'm even trying to tell you shut up. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to just back. First Amendment. We're going to go ahead and say that 5G is designed to kill you.
You can say that because
I just fucking
Amendment.
said it.
Right.
And anybody watching us fucking knows shit is bullshit, and that's what they're doing. Population control. Now, my thing is, let's go back to walkie-talkies.
No, I mean,
no, that's what we're going to have to do.
Scientists have already started looking into it. The best way to go to actually cyber secure our nation is to stick with nothing but fiber optic and landlines.
Yeah,
if we were to go that route,
true.
We're actually increasing our nation's security from cyber attacks, so that you Democrats who think the Russians fucking hacked our DNC and all that shit fucked with the elections, that shit would never even be
possible.
But
you know damn
again.
well you fucking did that.
That would never happen again, if it even happened in the first place, which I do not believe it ever occurred. But it would be nearly impossible unless it was an inside source at that point.
It's always been an inside source.
Because we would be interlocked. Nothing would be outside of hardline kind of deal. And once everything's hardline, we're not dealing with EMS
It's always
anymore.
been the Democratic Party. That's why Hillary had Seth Rich killed.
I'm not going to blame all Democrats. It's just the corrupt Democrats that have a globalist plan and they're taking the money from it.
See, that's the thing. I don't understand. What the fuck are they?
I feel racist calling them all Democrats bad.
What?
Deal, you know what I mean?
What is the incentive for these Democrats and these far leftists? Dude,
getting paid.
Money's not going to fucking save you in the end.
They're getting paid. Even Putin was talking about George Soros not too long ago.
Oh yeah,
he's got money in people's pockets.
But
everywhere.
money's not going to save you when it comes to the fucking hellfire.
People don't care. They look at the short term. They want that money immediately. If they can get it easy, quick, just from screwing over a couple people, they're going to fucking do it. Because that's just the corruption in humanity. Society we live in.
Are they that stupid to know that they're going to fucking burn in hell forever?
Look at the fake
Their
news
soul
they
is
put
gone,
out.
dude.
They think we buy into that fake news bullshit they put out. Half the country's fucking waking up right now.
I may drink a lot of fucking alcohol on Saturday for the show, but Monday through Friday, I work my ass off, take care of my family. Patrick takes care of his animals.
Animal. I have a cat. I'll admit it.
And he's, you know...
I rescued. I didn't choose. I'm a dog guy, but I rescued a cat.
And Patrick has family. The point is... Dude, I'm not going to burn in hell for fucking money.
Nah, I'd never sell my soul.
So you said, so I have a Lamborghini out there, right? No, but if I did, guess what I would do with it? Get a DUI for drinking and fucking driving that bitch? No.
Like I'm fucking blitzed from the studio. I plan on taking an Uber home.
So say our studio was in a big ass mansion, which it's not. We're not going to say where the studio is. It's in Florida.
Just calling it a studio for now.
What's the difference? What's the fucking difference? I'm ready to hunt for my food. I would rather hunt for my food because it means I'll be healthier and not so fucking fat. Right?
Well, I've always said, if I became homeless, I'd be living like a king in the woods. I've got survival skills. Put me in the woods.
Do you know how...
I'm going to build a fucking mansion out there.
Do you know how delicious fresh meat is compared to the crap we buy?
I fucking know. I love it.
Dude, you could eat...
Go and shoot a deer and fucking throw it on the campfire.
You could literally eat natural... I can't say organic because it's fucking meat, but like...
Well, that's as organic as it gets. That's natural right there.
You could eat it raw, and it's delicious.
There's no chemicals in the vegetation usually. If it's a wild deer out in like a proper
You
forest.
could eat meat raw that way, and it's delicious. You don't even need to cook it.
The Indians used to eat it raw, yeah.
No shit. Like you go buy the organic crap at the store, like the organic beef or the grass-fed beef. You don't even have to cook it. You can eat that shit raw. It's so delicious, and it's more nutritious than cooking it.
I'm medium rares as far as I go. That's just me, though.
Have you tried it?
That's just because of my comfort level I've been set up.
No, that shit you get in the freezer pack.
I have tried seared tuna. Yellowfin tuna, slightly seared. I mean, that's just called flipping it on the grill and then flipping it again and then immediately on a plate.
It's good.
It's good. That has great flavor to me. Fish, I can do raw kind of deal, like semi-raw.
I can live off of fish.
Correct. I mean,
and you like seared tuna. That's good. I'm glad you like seared tuna.
Yellowfin tuna.
You can also get sushi grade tuna without cooking any of it. And I'm not gonna lie. No, sushi grade tuna.
All sushi.
Either way,
sushi.
Which means you're not searing it. You're just getting sushi grade tuna, cutting it and eating it. It's fucking good. I'm finding out that I really have more enjoyment of a raw organic meat and raw organic seafood than cooking it.
It's probably, I mean, that's why I kind of said I really like that Wahlburgers burger, is because it's no GMO, all natural.
Yeah,
no
you don't know that. It's still in a
that's
restaurant.
what they're saying, but I'm tasting it while I'm eating it, and I taste somewhat of a natural. It tastes like I cooked that.
Oh
burger
yeah,
at home.
It's not a McDonald's paint burger.
Yeah. They didn't squish the shit out of it. They didn't squish all the juices out of it. They cooked it a proper medium rare.
It's definitely not a McDonald's
nice
fucking pink goo burger.
Oh, I haven't eaten McDonald's in years. Don't eat that shit, guys. I mean, Jesus Christ.
But I mean, even if you go to Five Guys is good. And
it's getting a little pricey lately, but yeah.
Oh yeah, it's fucking $13 for a burger and fries.
They do give you a lot of fries, but I feel like they can cut that price down.
But Wahlburgers is no. You know what? I would actually prefer Five Guys over Wahlburgers from what we had.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards the other way. I prefer
But
Wahlburgers.
the human body is designed to eat fruits, vegetables,
meat.
uncooked meat.
Yeah, but I mean,
And if
we've
you go,
been so many generations into eating cooked meat versus raw meat. I don't know if it'd be healthy to actually go back to eating just nothing but raw meat. Don't get me wrong. I mean,
well, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I am because I'm drinking. I'm not sure that it even says. I'm not like
alcohol.
alcohol. Biblical says fruits, vegetables, and seeds. I don't know anything,
Shit,
and I could be wrong. And Craig from St. Louis, my buddy, you can correct
Craig.
me on this. I don't know anything in the Bible that says anything about meat. But anybody can fucking like fix that and tell me and show me whatever. It's cool.
Basically, he's asking you, the viewers, in the comments, is it okay in the Christian Bible? Christian, Catholic, to eat
All right,
meat?
you want?
Is it okay?
You want
That's what
to
he's
do the
getting at.
religions? We'll do that in another show.
I don't want to get into the religious.
Every religion basically is the same, but whatever. We'll get into that. It's another show, maybe not. That's pretty scary.
That's like a whole show. We'll avoid that. So,
raw organic meat. Actually, I have raw organic meat in there.
when's the last time you've eaten raw meat? You're making me sound like you kind of sounded like you've done it recently. When's the last time you bought into some raw meat?
Last week.
Last week? What kind of meat?
Actually, it's in the fridge. I cooked half.
Chicken, beef, fish,
Beef.
ground beef, steak.
Yeah, you go get the grass-fed organic beef in
Ground beef or
yes.
like steak form?
vacuum packed. I have it in the fridge, and when we cut this video off, I'll go and show you. You just eat it raw. It's good.
I might eat it raw.
You might.
I'm intoxicated and I'll puke.
No. It's not like that. And I love sushi grade tuna. I will eat sushi grade tuna raw. It's fucking amazing.
I love tuna.
It makes me think of that movie Get Madagascar 2.
I like to move it.
Move it.
That was not.
But where, he doesn't want to eat his friend, so they give him the sushi thing. Yeah, you know what? Fucking literally. It's good. It's good.
I've never eaten raw meat except for yellowfin tuna, like I described. And I've only eaten it seared, except for sushi, which is also
yellowfin
fish.
tuna considered sushi grade?
Raw. Maybe we could just call it like a tuna roll or something like that.
But is it considered sushi grade because there is a sushi grade?
Yellowfin tuna is pretty high end up on the fish meat market. It's a lot. You have to go deeper into the ocean to get to yellowfin tuna. You have to go.
I don't know what tuna. I'm not a fisherman, so I don't know what fish or which.
Right off the coast, you get bonita, which are more bloody meat kind of tuna, and then you can get those around. Right off the beach to about 50 miles out, kind of deal. To get to yellowfin tuna, you have to go out about 300 to 400 miles off the coast. That's some deep fucking waters.
But what?
That's some clean fucking muscular fish, though.
Species of tuna is considered sushi grade?
Tuna.
Because you go up to Melbourne, Florida. There's a company in Melbourne, Florida. I don't want to sit there and do company names or anything like that, but you go up to Melbourne. I can buy sushi grade tuna for $7.99 a pound. And literally that pound I could eat for a few days. And I just slice it, maybe throw a little bit of rice in there, or just eat it raw. It's good. It's fucking good.
I like tuna fish sandwiches. Give me some bread, some mayonnaise, cook that yellowfin tuna, throw it on the fucking bread, cook the mayonnaise into the bun.
Cook mayonnaise?
You lay it on there like butter. I'm telling you, this is a secret my mom taught me. Put mayonnaise on the bun, slice it, spread it. But yeah, rub the mayonnaise on the bread, and then after you're done frying the yellowfin tuna inside the skillet. Is it
bread or toast?
It's got to be actually like a cut Italian bread sandwich.
But you don't toast it?
So I would say go to Publix and get an Italian loaf kind of deal.
Yeah.
And chop it up. You could probably make 3 sandwiches out of that. Because it's probably about, about a yard long kind of deal. And you get about 2 feet, whatever. chop it up in little sections, then you slice it down the middle, you get a sandwich. And then you put 2 pieces of fucking fish inside of it. But anyways, you cook those fish in a skillet, and then you take the mayonnaise-covered buns that you've cooked inside there, put some cheese on the fucking sandwich, put some more mayonnaise on it, and then fucking squish it together. Best fish and chip sandwich you can make.
Never had. Sounds good.
It's like a trick. Instead of using butter for searing the bread inside the skillet, you actually put mayonnaise on the thing and actually cook the mayonnaise into it.
I've never tried that. But when the show's over, I'll give you some raw fucking organic beef to eat.
I'm not eating anything raw. I'm intoxicated.
Dude, you're going to taste it.
I'm going to puke in your house. Studio.
Pat's going to puke. He didn't puke second week, but he's going to puke the third week.
It's all his guy's fault.
All right, everybody.
Alrighty, so we're trying to get together a PayPal donation thingamajigger link. Should be in the bottom of this video when it gets posted. We'll try to put it in the other videos that we've already posted. We thank y'all for your time. Have a great week. I'm Patrick. And this guy staring at me has a name. Look at the camera and say it.
Is it O'Billy?
Do you want to say bye to everybody?
My name's Joe. Click, subscribe. I don't know if the donate's going to be there, but
we
it might
thank
be.
you very much for any donations you may send.
Hey,
It's
listen
our
though,
only form of
seriously
income from this
though.
Seriously?
Now that we got the green screen working, Taco Bell, no Taco Bell. We want to get a landline going so we can take phone calls.
Yeah, once we start doing live broadcasts.
Live broadcast, that's what it is.
We would love to have a landline so that we can start getting people to call in on our show. We get to hear your inputs, have conversations with you guys live. And that would be fucking awesome.
No, that's what we're going to do, but honestly, we want a lot of feedback, please.
Yup.
Starting now. Just whatever you think, feel, whatever want to see, hear, whatever. Just leave the feedback. That's what we want right now.
Criticize.
Fantasize.
Say whatever you want. I got the...
Big ol' thighs, whatever. Peace.
America.